Hey, good morning everyone. Today is December 1st and it's about 8:05 in the morning. I wanted to do an update video on how yesterday went. Yesterday was my first day of chemo and radiation, and I got there at about 7:45 in the morning. They went ahead and took me up to get me ready for chemo, and there was a little bit of confusion, I guess you could say, between me and the doctor. I didn't know exactly how long chemo was going to last. I thought it was going to be about an hour, but when I got up there, the nurse was explaining the whole process and what I was going to be doing. So anyway, she went ahead and started setting me up. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that, well, first of all, I had an option to either get the chemo through my arm in my vein, but the way that they explained it is the chemo will pretty much like, not disintegrate, but make it to where my veins are harder to get into. So I went ahead and I got a port put in. I don't know if you can really see it, but it's bulging out right there. That's where they cut in and they put the port right there. And there's a line going all the way up through my neck right there. And it goes to the vena cava artery, I think that's what it's called, directly into my heart. So I figured that was the easiest way because it was more accessible. And so anyways, so she put the line in probably about right there, and it's not as easy as they originally told me. You know, they basically said that they were gonna numb the area and all this good stuff, and they didn't. So that one was kind of painful. I'm pretty easy on my veins in my arms. It's not a big deal. I mean, I've had several children, so you know, I've gotten used to it over the years. So excuse me, I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit. But anyways, so she did that, and then she started explaining that first I'd be getting some I think it was magnesium at first, along with some IV fluids. And you know, she explained to me that I would be getting up and down every few minutes to go to the bathroom. And so then I explained to her, you know, during surgery, the doctor took the top part of my bladder off, and so it ruined the nerve to my bladder that tells my brain that I need to go to the bathroom. So to this day, I'm not gonna be so graphic, but to this day I still have no feeling in my bladder. I can control it. There is full control, but I don't know if it's full. I have no feeling at all, no pressure, nothing. So I kind of just have to guess when I have to go, and I had to time it too. So anyways, she was like, okay, well, you're gonna be sitting here for about 6 hours doing this, so if you want to go ahead and do radiation, then go ahead. And that was another thing that threw me through a loop, is I didn't know it was gonna be 6 hours. So you know, she basically said, you're gonna be getting a whole bunch of fluid before, during, and after your chemo. After the chemo is done, then you'll have another 2 hours of fluids. So I was like, okay, well, I'll go ahead and go do the radiation, because the radiation is maybe 15-20 minutes max, which is another good thing, because I thought that one was going to last a couple hours. So I went ahead and did the radiation part of it, and all they did was they lay you down on a table, and there's a part of the table that is cupped under. So when you lay down on your stomach, your your belly and like your bladder will move forward away from the radiation site. That way it's, you know, it's out of the way. One of my last doctor visits, I had little tattoos put on me, one on each hip and then one at the very bottom of my back. So that way they can pinpoint exactly where they wanted to hit the radiation. And those are permanent. I'm going to have them for the rest of my life. So anyways, it was pretty uncomfortable just because she had already put that line in and it stuck out about that far. And so I kind of had to position myself to where I wasn't completely laying flat on that because it's still pretty sore. So anyways, there were several different things that I was under the impression of that are different. For instance, when I came back up there, of course, I asked the same question that I asked my doctors several times. Am I going to lose my hair with this chemo? Because this chemo, like I said yesterday on my video, this chemo acts as what they call a radiosensitizer. Basically, it allows my body to take in the radiation a little easier. So, but at the same time, it's still chemo. And so I said, am I going to lose my hair? And she said, you may not lose it all the way. It may just thin out your hair. It may just, you know, take some of your hair. And at that point, I decided that the very first sign of me losing any of my hair, I'm going to go ahead and shave my head. So I have to mentally prepare myself for that. Which I think it'll be okay. You know, I've already, you know, accepted it, and I've already started looking into scarves and things that I'm gonna wear. I'm not gonna do wigs. So it's just, you know, some people have their preferences, and I prefer not to wear a wig, so I'm just gonna wear scarves and, you know, like toboggans and stuff like that. So anyway, so I am preparing myself for the hair loss. I don't know about my eyebrows or my eyelashes at this point, and I don't know if it's, you know, my next round of chemo is going to take away my eyebrows and my eyelashes. Hopefully not, because I don't know how it's going to look, and I don't know how it's going to grow back in, and that's pretty scary. So, you know, I'm praying that I don't lose anything but the hair on my head, because I know it's going to grow back, and, you know, there's a chance that it's going to grow back a different color. You know, I mean, this is my natural hair color. So I'm kind of nervous about what it's going to look like after. So anyways, so I came back up from radiation, and that wasn't too bad. They told me that I wouldn't have any effects for, you know, several treatments, but I did feel a little different. My hips, they didn't burn like they're going to yet, but they were hot. I could feel the heat. And then last night when I got home, I started to slowly decline on my movements, and also they were very sore and they felt really tired. So, you know, but it was bearable. I could handle it, you know, I can handle a certain amount of pain. So anyways, I got back upstairs, and she went ahead and started running the fluids, all the medicine. That lasted for about, you know, an hour and a half. And then she started fluids, the chemo, and another medicine. I forget what it was, but I mean, I was doing potassium, magnesium. I was doing some more fluids that they give you to flush out your kidneys, because the chemo likes to sit in your kidneys. So that was the whole point of her telling me, you're going to have to get up about every 10 minutes to go to the bathroom. So basically, I just had to keep reminding myself every few minutes, I gotta go, I gotta get up. And at some point, she gave me Benadryl, and that was to kind of prevent any kind of allergic reactions. And that was, you know, some more medicine along with the Benadryl that my doctor makes sure that I got to prevent any kind of allergic reactions. And I didn't have any allergic reactions, thank God. But as soon as she did give me the Benadryl, I was out like a light. I'm kind of weak when it comes to anything that can put you to sleep. So I slept for maybe an hour, hour and a half. And so my friend Melanie was there the whole time. She sat with me all day. And we ended up not getting out of there until about 4 o'clock yesterday evening. So it was kind of a long process. But today and tomorrow, Thursday and Friday, it's just radiation. So I'm just going to go in there, do my radiation, and get out. You know, they basically, they were watching to see how I acted after I got done. And I was still groggy. I was still, you know, a little sleepy. So for sure, every Wednesday, I'm going to have somebody take me and drop me off at home. And so, which I have a handful of people who will do that. And so I'm not worried about that. I'm trying to remember if there was anything else. That's pretty much it. They also gave me, during the whole process, they also gave me medicine for, to make sure that I didn't get nauseous or anything, which lasts about, probably about 24 hours or so. But my doctor also called me in a prescription for nausea, so I made sure and I took one this morning. I did get home and I felt a little sick to my stomach, but that was it. I didn't have any vomiting or anything. You know, I don't know in the next few days if I'm going to, you know, just so my body had time to kick it in. I really don't know what's going to happen within the next few days. So anyways, I wanted to go ahead and give you guys an update, and I'll keep doing videos. There was no point in me videoing the radiation because it was such a quick process. So at some point, you know, I will have a video going of the whole process during chemo. So anyways, I hope you guys have a good day, and I will talk to you next time.